David Corson. Welcome to Commercial Construction Coffee Talk. Thanks for chiming in. For those of you who don't know me, I'm also the publisher and editor of Commercial Construction and Renovation magazine. We appreciate you finding us out on the web. Today, got a really great show with two fine gentlemen up from the Northeast. Up top, we've actually, I'll go with Erik on the bottom. We got Erik Walberg, partner at ADS Partners. They handle a product called PermaSafe that we're going to discuss. And also Bill Marr from ADS Partners, also with PermaSafe. And with the economy shutting down in March, and now commercial entities, retailers, hoteliers, restaurants, multifamily, hospitals, shopping malls, everybody's trying to figure out how they're going to come out of the pandemic and figure out how they're going to make their stores safe. And there's also, I'm a publisher editor, so every day I get every types of product that are trying to tell you that they disinfect, sanitize. And one of my friends told me that I've known Bill forever, said, hey, you should talk to Bill about his product, because I think a lot of your subscribers could benefit. So I talked to Bill, he sent me some information, I went through it, and I felt that this was very timely, that not only people that listen to Commercial Construction Coffee Talk, but also our subscribers that are in this commercial sector should really take a look at this product. It could be a game changer, in my opinion. So before we start getting into the product of PermaSafe, let's just get a little background on these two gentlemen. Erik, just give us a little background on where you're from and what you've done and how you got into PermaSafe.
Hey, David, thank you. I'm from Hanover, Massachusetts. I did some schooling at Stonehill College down in Easton, Mass. Did a stint at Framingham State. I've been in the automotive service and service business for approximately 36 years, providing products and services to dealerships in New England and New York.
Bill?
So I grew up in New Jersey. I made my way up to Boston to go to Boston University, stayed in Massachusetts ever since, and I have for about 35 years now worked in senior care and home care, own my own home care agency at this time, and we are always looking for ways to keep our seniors safe and well and healthy. And with what's going on today with the pandemic, one of the ways to do that was to find new solutions, which led me to PermaSafe and talking to my buddy Erik, who I've known for probably 15 years, which is dwarfed by the time I've known you, David.
Yeah, my beard's telling me I'm getting up there in the age. I feel like I'm still 20, but my body doesn't. So
yeah, join the club.
Yeah. So talking about PermaSafe, getting back to my original premise, you know, my magazine, we're all about design, build, maintain. That's our editorial target. And a lot of our subscribers are retailers, restaurants, hotels, federal, multifamily shopping centers, the AEC community, building owners. And a lot of these places have been shut down. Now they're coming now, like in Georgia, we were the first to open up. There are about 10 states that didn't shut down, but the rest of the country did. Up north, you guys are just starting to get some relief and things are starting to open up. But if you're a building owner, you have to have some sort of sanitation program or products that are going to make the facility safe. And like I said, I've gotten all sorts of product releases and posted them up on the web. And then I came upon this. I said, oh my God, this is something that actually we should have a talk about. So I really appreciate you guys. I know you guys are, slammed and busy trying to get things done. So we appreciate the few minutes to talk about PermaSafe. Just to give it a little background, and then I'll turn it over to you guys. PermaSafe is a water-based solution that is installed with a spray gun or a fogger, and they can spray the entire inside of a facility. They have two phases. Step one is the fogging and the spraying of the water-based solution, and step two is an actual permanent seal that they put on top of it. And what it does is it basically, there's a bunch of bugs, microbes floating around in the air. And the film has these little spikes. They're like bird spikes almost, but they're miniature. They're microbial. And one's got a positive charge and the bug's got a negative charge, or it might be vice versa. But the bottom line is the bug gets stuck to the surface and it gets vaporized and it basically gets nuked, gets killed. And they're the only ones that have this type of solution. Disinfectant, it only works when it's wet. Once it dries, it's over. Here, it's a permanent solution. So if you are an end user that's out there, this might be your silver bullet to get yourself open so your customer base will feel much safer going in. It's not a cure for the virus. Therapeutics and the vaccine's going to do that. But it will allow you to give your customer base or even new clients that come in that they know that that your facility could be germ-free. And that is going to be the crucial thing for the economy coming back. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Erik to kind of give us the gist of it, and then Bill will give us some of the technical aspects of it.
Right on. Appreciate that, David. We're going to try to keep it as simple as possible and not get too technical here. But the PermaSafe system is a long-term surface and air antimicrobial treatment system. It's comprised of two components: PermaSafe Clean, which is step 1, PermaSafe Shield, which is step 2. PermaSafe Clean is a multi-purpose cleaner, a broad spectrum hospital grade disinfectant, a heavy duty odor eliminator, an anti-allergen, kills mold and mildew, and it has proprietary ingredients that set the stage up for step 2, basically like a primer. So without step 1, step 2 doesn't have as much longevity. The technology for step 2, quite honestly, has been around for about 50 years, but it's always been in a methanol base where you can't apply it to all surfaces. You need a hazmat suit to apply it and personal protective gear.
Hey, you're back.
Sorry, guys.
You're back.
And it's extremely toxic. We are the only company that has step 1 and step 2 in a water-based system. And what step 2 does is once you fog or spray step 1 on, prep the surfaces, prime the surfaces, you blanket the surfaces with step 2, and it creates millions of microscopic positively charged spikes comprised of atoms: carbon, nitrogen, silica, and it becomes a permanent part of the surface that you apply it to. It can be vinyl, it can be leather, it can be carpet, it can be wood, it can be glass, it could be laminate, it could be virtually any surface. And the positively charged second step, PermaSafe Shield, acts as a magnet, pulls in the microbes, the mold, mildew, the bacteria, the fungus, the viruses, punctures the negative cell walls, and then because of the electrostatic charge, vaporizes them, and it's ready for the next kill. The only way that you can get this off, and it doesn't change the color, doesn't change the texture, doesn't change the look or the feel, there's no residue. It's so unique in the respect that there's a no rinse, no wipe. And the majority of products that retailers, corporate offices, restaurants are putting in their facilities have a tremendous residue, where our product is unique in that respect. And it's non-toxic, it's non-corrosive, doesn't have VOCs, CFCs. It's a hell of a system. And we feel very fortunate to have actually stumbled upon it. It was quite by accident, to be honest with you. And it's kept me up many a nights thinking of all the endless possibilities. And I'll share this, I'll give you an idea of the longevity. So when I first came on board with the product, I've been looking for something for the transportation industry, an antimicrobial, something that's an odor eliminator, and something that really works. And I've been actively looking for about 4 or 5 years. And a friend of mine turned me on to this, and it intrigued me. So I went down to Florida. I was looking at some other products that PermaSafe offers, and I started thinking about this one. And I said, I think there's something here. And I did a day trip. I came back, and I don't think I slept that night. And I became the Northeast distributor on Friday. With that being said, I independently vetted the product through a big pharma chemist that I know and several doctors, because, you know, in order for me to get behind something, it almost sounded too good to be true. And I needed to do my own due diligence to make sure that what I'm bringing to my customers is the real deal. And these guys that are a lot smarter than I signed off on it, and they said it's the real deal. Thus, they sent me PPE equipment that was going to New York to work, you know, in the heart of the pandemic in ground zero to treat masks and all the scrubs, shoes, so on and so forth prior to it going. Yeah. So it's quite a diverse product in its application. There's really nothing that you can't apply it to, which brings me back to my initial lead-in here, which was one of the independent tests is that the third-party laboratory took a piece of hospital curtain material, essentially, treated it with PermaSafe, washed it 50 times, then retested it for the antimicrobial benefits in the presence of the product, and it was still there and functioning after 50 washes. To me, that spoke volumes.
Yeah, like I said, I get press releases all day long from all these different products. Everybody's thinking COVID, how are we going to protect it, and so forth. I'm going to turn to Bill. Bill, give me basic. Tell me how how it's installed, and why, if I'm a restaurateur or a retailer or a shopping mall, workout facility, why they should install this versus going the route that a lot of people are just going, buying wipes and so forth, and you know where I'm coming from.
Yep. So thanks, David. So the product is applied, both step 1 and step 2 can be applied by fogging it, by using a sprayer. If you can get them anymore, an electrostatic gun works as well. Like Erik said, step 1 goes on first, and it gets fogged or sprayed on. And right after that, immediately after that, you do the exact same thing. The key with step 2 is that you have to atomize the product for it to function and work properly, and to have the chemical reaction that will form the biostatic covalent bond, which makes the appliances, these spikes, a permanent part of the surface that it's applied to. And it can be applied everywhere, like Erik said, including inside of the air ducts of your HVAC system, so that in a large commercial setting, you're not having any sort of germs or microbes at all being pulled in through an air intake and coming out into another office and another floor, anything like that. So that's crucial as well. And when this bond forms, you are effectively germ-proofing the interior spaces, because you have eliminated 99.99% of all of these harmful microbes. And the appliances will perpetually pull microbes from the air into those spikes, puncture the cell walls, and hit them with an electrostatic charge. And that's what vaporizes them. It will continuously purify your air systems. And it makes all of your surfaces self-sanitizing and antimicrobial. So to go back to what you said initially, David, disinfectant products, there are plenty of them out there, and they are effective at killing almost all of these microbes as well. while they are wet when they're applied. And they have to stay wet and stay in contact with these microbes, in many cases, up to 10 minutes to perform an actual kill of everything. The minute it dries, the business that has used this is no longer protected if you're using a traditional disinfectant product. When it dries, you have no more protection. The next person that comes into that business is bringing the germs, the microbes, and potentially viruses and bacteria with them into that space and reinfecting you until the next time that you can completely disinfect your property. So the really big piece here, you know, we've seen the country take enormous steps and unprecedented steps to try to combat this. But for business owners, one of the unintended and unfortunate consequences is that the actions of governors all over the country have created the impression in a lot of our customers' minds that there are safe businesses and there are unsafe businesses. And if you're closed, if you were ordered closed, you're probably much higher risk in a lot of people's minds. It's not true necessarily. It's not true almost overwhelmingly that you're not more of a potential infection zone, but that's the image that's been created because you were closed. So you have to take, again, unprecedented steps to convince people that you want to open. And do you want to have to spend money to disinfect every single time someone comes into your establishment? Or do you want to have a product that is self-sanitizing and continuously antimicrobial like this is?
Which also, which
ahead.
to Bill's point, which also, you know, increases the cleanability of the surfaces, carpet, upholstery. It repels stains, but it continues to fight odors as well as it does antimicrobial. Never mind, it protects against UV degradation, which are just some side characteristics of the whole, you know, technology and chemistry.
Here's where I'm coming from. I just thought that my subscriber base are all these people that are building, maintaining, and renovating these facilities. They've all been shut down. They've been thrown this bad bug. There's no vaccine. There's no therapeutics yet. They've flattened the curve, and we're starting to reopen, but there's still that fear factor in there. How do we get customers to come in to know that, you know, the facility's safe? And that's what I want my subscribers to know, that here might be your ace in the hole to do a demo, see if it works, and if it does, you can actually have a seal on your building that says, "Hey, I'm PermaSafe," and then little by little, by word of mouth and so forth, that you're safe to come into my facility. And that's what it's all about. That's how our economy is going to come back, to get rid of the fear factor and get people to come out.
Absolutely.
And until the vaccine and therapeutics come in, the younger people, they say they don't get sick. You're gonna have to quarantine the older, and I don't even want to get into all that because I've heard it for 2 months now. But as a publisher, I'm an information source. I always pitch products and new things that come out that can, cut the energy or cut costs off your budget. Here's an actual product, patented, EPA certified, umpteen million pages of studies and proof that it works. And it'd be an opportunity if you're a building owner, like I said, retail, restaurant, hospital, all my subscriber base, that if you had this in your facility, and if you even build a new building, you should have the contractor put it on prior to know that your new store is already going to be basically sealed with a protective surface even upon opening, or if it's a renovation and so forth. So it's an asset, and that's why it intrigued me. From just that, because I'm in this game too. I want to go to a restaurant. I want to go work out. I want to go to the mall. I have events that I want to do. I want the convention center to be safe. I want the hotel that I do my events at, or my monthly networking receptions. I want all of those places to be safe so I can get my customers to come in. So I'm in the same boat. I'm just in a kind of a different tangent, but I'm in the same boat. So that's why I wanted you guys to come on and give just a little spiel on, hey, here's something that you should really look at. And what I'd like to do is, if anybody's interested in talking to Erik or Bill about PermaSafe and how it could help you reopen your stores, reach out to me. I'm going to give you my email, davidc@ccr-mag.com, or you can text or call me on my mobile at 404-931-6569. And I will get you in touch with Erik. I can forward you their material and so forth. I am not a salesperson for them. I'm just I'm a liaison. I want everybody out there that's one of my subscribers or listens to our podcast and so forth. I want to get the country back to work. And this is going to be an asset. And that's why I had you on. Any last comments before we go?
Yeah, real quick. I don't think we mentioned that PermaSafe meets the EPA's criteria for the use against SARS-CoV-2 and the novel coronavirus that causes the disease of COVID-19. And if anybody's interested, I highly recommend that we get them the 24 pages of EPA Step 1 and the 15 pages of EPA Step 2. That will really help them wrap their heads around the true science and technology and the multifunctionality of the product, because there's virtually nothing that you can't treat with this product in no surface, indoors as well as out. All your hardware, manufacturing facilities, conveyor belts. You know what? I think we could probably treat your stinky sports equipment, Dave.
Yeah, believe me, it gets stinky too. I hope to wear it soon. Go ahead, Bill.
David, if I can add one more point. So my career started as an accountant, and to all the business owners and executives out there, as an accountant, being very aware of all of everything that goes into your financial statements, and now as a small business owner, right now, you cannot budget for using a traditional disinfectant product to sanitize your business. It is impossible to do it. You do not know what the end game is. You do not know when it's going to happen. And as we've already seen, it is becoming more and more difficult to find disinfecting products. You can't find wipes. You can't find hand sanitizer. As more businesses open, there's going to be a greater demand. You don't know what's going to happen to price, and you cannot budget what your expenses are if you use these traditional sanitizing products. If you use a product that forms a permanent bond and continues to self-sanitize and destroy microbes, you don't have to worry about this potentially never-ending and an unknown expense that will cripple your business eventually, or cause you to have to raise prices so high that you're going to lose customers because people can only afford so much or are only willing to pay so much. So this will help you control all of your costs and actually identify actual costs, which is hard to do right now otherwise.
I totally agree. Listen, a lot of the guys that are in their construction, design, build, they live on budgets and trying to plan for all this. This is just an added cost in cleaning your, before the pandemic came in, they knew how they cleaned their restaurants or shut their doors each night for their retail stores or whatever it might be. Now they've got this added cost. They're not able to open up fully, and no one knows when they're going to get a vaccine or how it's all going to come down. I mean, every day everything's fluid. More information comes out, and they're still learning more things about the bug, and we don't know if it's going to come back. All we can do is stay positive. But this is one thing in your arsenal, in your tool belt, that would be a major asset for you to battle the bug in the meantime, and to make your customers feel safe. So I kind of look at this as a public service announcement to all of you out there that are owners. Here's a product. If it's everything that these gentlemen said it is, and they've got the proof with the EPA studies and and data, that this is something that you should really look at and take a serious look at, because it will help you with your operations of your facility, as well as your reopening as the country gets back on its feet and gets back to hopefully normal daily lives, and then hopefully a remedy for this darn bug that we didn't, it is a silent enemy. We didn't ask for it. So once again, if you're interested, email me at davidc@ccr-mag.com, or you can text or call me on my mobile, 404-931-6569. I will get you in touch with Erik and Bill, and they can do a demo for you or set up so forth. Take a look at it. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain, because I want you all to be open, because I want to get back to my life too. That's why I'm doing this podcast with these gentlemen. So with that said, Bill, up in Beantown, you too, Erik, be safe. Wash your hands. Soap and water is the best thing that's going to kill it. It's the way it is. There you go. Sanitize. And social distance, wear your mask if they make you. You don't want to get ticketed. We're going to make it. We're going to get out of this stronger, better eventually. And PermaSafe is going to be one of the things that's going to get it done and help us get us that much quicker. Am I right?
You are.
Absolutely, David.
I think we all share the same, well, Bill and I share the same vision. Is once we really wrapped our head around this, we said, this is going to be a household name.
Absolutely. People are going to walk in the store and they're going to see PermaSafe on the side. Hey, this is a PermaSafe building. I'm good to go. So Coffee Talk people out there, thanks for chiming in. We appreciate these gents coming out and doing battle against the bugs that are out there. Hopefully you'll take advantage of their expertise and apply it to your surfaces in your facilities. Look for the podcast. We'll post it up on our website and social media, etc. And we hope you tune in next time for another Coffee Talk version. I do about 1 or 2 a week, and hopefully we'll have these guys back as in a couple months and say, oh my God, we've changed the country. Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, that's what, like I said, we're all in this together. So
Yeah.
So thank you again. Be safe out there. Stay positive. Have fun. The summer's coming, and we're going to get her done. And with that, I'm signing off. Thank you so much, Bill. Thanks, Erik. You guys are great.
David.
You guys are battlers. You're warriors. Thank you.
Thank you.